No, we're bitterly disappointed. Absolutely, we can't run away from that. And rightly so, we had expectations of ourselves. We created those expectations by the quality of play that we have in the squad and developing the squad. And I suppose in some sense it says how far we've come in a pretty short space of time. But the 3 games in Europe that we lost were there for us, and the margins are very small. We know that, and we weren't on the right side of those key moments, and that's something that we're going to look very long and hard at to make sure that we get those things right. And they're only small things at this level, but they make a massive difference. Very proud of the players, and 6 of that team, or 6 of the back line, were playing their first season in Heineken Cup rugby, which is, it's a learning curve in itself. And I don't like using the word learning curve because everybody, says, oh, we're learning again. But you have to give credit to 6 of them playing their first season in European rugby. That's quite significant, and they will get a lot out of that experience. They will know where the standards are, how small the margins are, know how much work they now have to put in, so that we make those little differences. And there's a heck of a lot of work to put in to affect those little things.
But when you see the sides who are likely to qualify for the last 8, Nigel, and you look at yourselves, you think, well, there's not much between.
Absolutely, and that's part of the frustration. I think we've gone head to head with Munster and Northampton this year, and arguably we could have won all those fixtures, but we haven't. And as I say, the strange thing is although there are only small margins on the field, the work that we have to do off the field to get those small margins right is huge, and that's going to be a huge driver for these players and us as a coaching staff.
You've talked about sort of mental hurdles in the past. Is there still one there?
I don't think there is, to be honest. I think I think the team know that they can go toe to toe with anybody, and they've proven that. But the difference then in the final analysis is those key moments, and that's a mental thing as much as anything else, and we have to work on that side.
One pass away when you're on Saturday.
Yeah, well, somebody was going to score, wasn't it? It was one of those, and but we were 1 pass away on several occasions. When you look at that 10 minutes, having looked at it again, it's just so frustrating to see the number of opportunities that we've thrown away there. We've covered off a lot within our game, but that last little bit is going to need a big push, and we're ready for that, because I don't think any of us want to feel like this again.
Still got a chance now in the Challenge Cup.
We have got a chance. We've got to go to France. We've got to get a bonus point, and if we do that, we've got a very good chance. But that's easier said than done. If we can look to create the same amount of opportunities as we did against Northampton and be a lot more clinical, then who knows?
Do you expect a loose game out there?
They can be very physical, and the game is broken up quite a bit. They're the type of team that you can play against, as are Northampton, in fairness, because of their defensive systems. So it could be a high-scoring game, and that might suit us. Yeah, out of those, Sean could be available, but we haven't selected, and we won't select till Thursday because it'll be a late fitness test for a couple of players. So Sean is one of them. We're hoping that Sione will be available. Rhys Thomas, he's not going to be available for this game. On that, we've registered Peter Edwards for this game. Peter's impressed in the games that we've seen him play. He's been scrummaging extremely well in our live sessions. And when you go to France, the one thing we know we're going to want is a platform to play off. And he's a good option to bring into this game.
How would you sum up Heineken Cup?
Frustrating. I think it's the word. I think it's been a great journey. It's been a great experience, but ultimately very frustrating. But from the players' point of view, I know how frustrated they are, and my coaches. And as I said after the game, we'll use this hurt really to drive us in the future. And my focus in terms of the Heineken Cup and in terms of where we move forward is to make sure now that we maintain the squad of players, possibly strengthen if we can, and push for it next year big time. Still got everything to play for as far as I'm concerned this season, and there's a lot to go for. The LV we'll have a full crack at, and obviously the league in the playoffs, and we've got this outside chance. I say it's an outside chance. If we can get a good performance and a good result out there, there's more than an outside chance.